In 1741, the Kingdom of Travencore was in the midst of a great conflict with the Dutch East India Company. The Dutch, with their powerful naval forces, had long been expanding their control over various parts of India, aiming to dominate trade routes and territories. Their sights were now set on the prosperous and strategically located Kingdom of Travencore. However, what many didn't know was that their ambition went beyond mere land. They sought something hidden, something far more valuable. The battle that would change the course of history took place at Colaquel, a coastal town in southern India. This was no ordinary battle. For King Marthanda Varma of Travencore, this war was not just about defending his land from a foreign enemy, but also about protecting an ancient secret that had been safeguarded by his ancestors for millennia. As the smoke from the battle began to settle, two Dutch soldiers, weary from days of fighting, stood on a hill overlooking the battlefield. They were confused about why the Dutch forces were so desperate to conquer Travencore. One of the soldiers, a young man named Hendrik, turned to his companion, Johan, and said, "Something isn't right about this war. Why are we fighting so hard for this piece of land? It feels like there's more to it than just control of the territory." Johan, a seasoned soldier who had fought in many wars for the Dutch, nodded in agreement. "I've heard whispers among the officers," he replied. "According to what I've heard, there are treasures in Travencore. That's why we're here." The two soldiers stood in silence, unsure of what the true purpose of the war was, but sensing that it was more than what they had been told. They were left to wonder, what was this hidden treasure, and why was it so important that their commanders would risk everything to seize it? King Marthanda Varma was not just a ruler but a brilliant strategist. He understood that fighting the Dutch directly in traditional warfare might not yield the results he wanted. So, instead of facing them head-on in large-scale battles, he ordered his forces to engage in guerrilla warfare. His soldiers, familiar with the dense forests, narrow mountain passes, and rivers of the region, used these natural features to their advantage. They ambushed the Dutch forces, launching surprise attacks and disappearing into the wilderness before the enemy could retaliate. The Dutch, though well-armed and experienced in European warfare, were unprepared for these hit-and-run tactics. The Travancoreans attacked supply lines, harassed smaller groups of Dutch soldiers, and struck at vulnerable points, weakening the Dutch forces day by day. But the conflict didn't just happen on land. The Indian Ocean became another crucial theater of war. The Dutch, known for their formidable naval power, controlled many of the trade routes in the Indian Ocean. However, King Marthanda Varma knew that the key to protecting his kingdom lay in disrupting these routes. His smaller, faster ships launched daring raids on Dutch vessels, striking swiftly and retreating to the safety of hidden coastal coves. The Dutch navy, though stronger, struggled to defend against these quick, unpredictable assaults. Through these combined efforts on land and sea, the Travencore forces began to turn the tide of the war. After days of fierce fighting, the Battle of Colaquel ended in a decisive victory for Travencore. For the first time in history, a European colonial power had been defeated by an Asian kingdom. The Dutch were forced to retreat, abandoning their ambitions to conquer Travencore. As the battlefield quieted, General Anantha Padmanabhan approached King Marthanda Varma. "Your Majesty," he said, bowing deeply, "we have won a great victory. The Dutch forces have been driven out of Colaquel, but there is something I do not understand. Why were they so determined to conquer us? It felt like they were after something more than just land." The king's face darkened. He turned to the general and spoke in a low, serious tone. "You are correct, General. The world sees this war as a struggle for control of our kingdom, but there is a deeper secret behind the Dutch invasion. They were not just after our lands. They were after the treasures hidden within the Padmanabhaswamy Temple." The general's eyes widened in shock. "Treasures? What treasures, Your Majesty?" King Marthanda Varma sighed. "For thousands of years, our ancestors have protected the sacred treasures hidden within the temple. These treasures are not just gold or jewels, they are sacred relics, blessed by the gods. The Dutch learned of these treasures and believed that by conquering Travencore, they could claim them. But they do not understand the true power that guards these treasures." Though the war was over, King Marthanda Varma knew that the treasures would always be a target for those driven by greed. Years passed, but the king's determination to protect the temple's secrets never wavered. He often sat in the quiet chambers of the palace, contemplating how to ensure the temple's safety for future generations. In 1751, the king summoned the kingdom's most knowledgeable priests and spiritual leaders once more. Together, they gathered at the Padmanabhaswamy Temple. In a grand ritual, they sealed the temple's doors with even more powerful mantras, reinforcing the Naga Bandham and other mystical protections. The chanting of the priests echoed through the temple, their voices invoking the power of the gods to guard the treasures from any future threats. The king stood before the sealed doors, knowing that they would now remain closed for eternity, or at least until someone with the knowledge and purity of heart to unlock the mantras came forward. "These treasures," the king said to his general and a few trusted warriors, "are not just for us. They are a legacy, passed down from our ancestors, and it is our duty to protect them for the future." The Dutch came for gold, but they could never understand the true value of what lies within these walls. Years later, King Marthanda stood before the temple doors and sealed them, as the days passed like shadows. In 2011, these mystical doors were rediscovered, revealing a series of chambers and vaults, including the famous Vault B, which remains unopened due to its powerful protective forces. The treasures found in the other chambers are estimated to be worth approximately around $18 billion, making it one of the most significant discoveries in history. The mystery surrounding Vault B continues, protected by ancient mantras and the legendary Nagabandham, waiting for the right invocation to reveal its secrets. In the heart of Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, stands the Padmanabhaswamy Temple, a monument of unparalleled grandeur and an enduring symbol of spiritual devotion. This temple, renowned for its opulence and architectural splendor, has long been shrouded in mystery, particularly concerning its 6 main vaults labeled A through F, and the 2 additional enigmatic chambers that add layers to its enigma. The temple's vaults, each marked by their own secrets, were partially explored in 2011, when scientists and historians ventured into these hidden depths. The exploration revealed that 5 of these vaults had been opened at various times, each unveiling a trove of invaluable treasures. However, 2 vaults, namely Vault B and Vault F, remain sealed, and their contents are still cloaked in profound mystery. Vault A. This chamber was explored in the 19th century, revealing a remarkable collection of gold, intricate ornaments, and ancient coins. The treasures found here underscored the temple's status as a repository of immense wealth and divine reverence. Vault B. This vault is one of the most enigmatic of all. Despite numerous attempts, it remains sealed, protected by complex and potent forces. The vault is reputed to contain 2 distinct chambers, each shielded by Naga Bandham, a mystical protective force believed to be as ancient as the temple itself. The exact nature and extent of the treasures within remain unknown. Accessing Vault B requires the precise invocation of the Garuda Mantra. The mantra must be recited according to the ancient flow and tone. If successfully invoked, a physical force is applied to open the mysterious door, revealing what lies within. Any deviation from the correct invocation could trigger ancient curses, adding a layer of supernatural caution. Vault C, opened and explored, this chamber revealed more treasures, including valuable gold artifacts and ornate jewelry, further highlighting the temple's historical and religious significance. Vault D, this vault, too, was examined, revealing additional riches such as gold and silver items. Each opened vault added to the narrative of the temple's opulence and its role as a spiritual and material haven. Vault E, also opened, Vault E was found to contain further valuable items. Its exploration provided more insights into the temple's historical wealth and the meticulous care with which its treasures were safeguarded. Vault F remains sealed and continues to be a source of fascination and intrigue. Similar to Vault B, it is shrouded in mystery, with the exact contents and nature of its protections remaining undisclosed. The vault's secrecy contributes to the overall enigma of the temple, evoking awe and speculation. Additional chamber. Recent investigations suggest that there might be a seventh chamber or hidden spaces within the temple, the details of which are sparse. This chamber adds another layer to the temple's mystique, leaving room for further exploration and discovery. After the Battle of Colaquel in 1741, which solidified his reign and secured the region, Marthanda Varma embarked on a monumental task. Recognizing the need to protect the temple's treasures from future threats and potential invasions, he dedicated a decade to sealing and safeguarding its vaults. By 1751, Marthanda Varma had completed his work, imbuing the vaults with mystical defenses. Vault B, in particular, was fortified with Naga Bandham, an ancient protective force believed to be as potent as it is enigmatic. The intricate defenses of Vault B are a testament to Marthanda Varma's foresight and dedication to preserving the temple's sacred treasures. The Naga Bandham that protects Vault B is said to be a powerful and serpentine force, capable of deterring even the most determined intruders. The invocation of the Garuda Mantra is crucial to access the vault. This mantra must be recited with perfect flow and tone as per ancient traditions. If the mantra is successfully invoked, a physical force will be applied to unlock the mysterious door, revealing the vault's secrets. Improper invocation of the mantra could lead to ancient curses, which are deeply rooted in the temple's spiritual and historical context. These curses are designed to protect the vault's secrets and deter any unauthorized attempts to breach them. Today, the Padmanabhaswamy Temple stands as a symbol of both spiritual reverence and profound mystery. The 5 opened vaults have offered glimpses into its past splendor, revealing treasures that highlight the temple's significance as a repository of divine and material wealth. However, the sealed vaults B and F, along with the potential 7th chamber, continue to guard their secrets with an aura of impenetrable mystery. The stories of ancient curses, mystical protections, and the meticulous efforts of King Marthanda Varma serve as a reminder of the temple's rich history and the lengths to which its custodians went to protect its sanctity. As time progresses, the sealed vaults and their arcane defenses remain a source of wonder and speculation. Awaiting the right moment and the chosen one to unravel their final mysteries, in the annals of history and legend, the Padmanabhaswamy Temple remains a beacon of both spiritual awe and historical intrigue, embodying the timeless quest for understanding and the eternal allure of the unknown.